The Pittsburgh Steelers, perfect record intact, are on the road this week taking on another squad with an unblemished record, the Tennessee Titans, in a mid-season clash of the, Titans.
Looking for room to the end zone!
Derrick Henry finally reclaimed his crown last week, Henry going for over 2 bills on the ground, punishing defenders along the way.
Off to the races! They may not catch him! They won't catch him!
But he and the Titans O-line are going to have to work to maintain that momentum because they are up against one of the best run defenses the NFL has to offer.
Knocked down behind the line.
Pittsburgh is holding teams under 3.5 yards a carry for the year. The Browns, one of the best running teams, only able to muster 3.4 against Steel Hurtin, as some in Pittsburgh like to call them.
4th down, Hunt is stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
The loss of linebacker Devin Bush in the middle, though, will hurt. So then you go to the Titans' passing game, which has been one of the best in football this year behind Ryan Tannehill.
It's caught! Did he get down? He did!
His numbers on the season now, 13 TDs to just 2 picks, rating over 110, his yards per attempt close to 9.
And he's got his man! That is Ferkser!
His numbers in his most recent game, 4 TDs, over 360 yards, rating over 120.
Touchdown!
But again, the difference between Houston's pass D and Pittsburgh's, night and day.
And it's Minka Fitzpatrick.
The Steelers holding opposing QBs to a completion percentage under 60. It's ridiculous. A rating under 85.
And throws it, intercepted.
And the reason they are so difficult to pass on, QBs just don't have much time to get passes off.
Surrounded and sacked.
Blitzburg got to Baker Mayfield 4 times last week.
He's still got the football, and he's going to take another big hit.
And are at the top of the sack totem pole this year, despite taking their bye week already.
Get to Mayfield.
That makes Tannehill's pass protection your third strength versus strength matchup, because Tennessee's line has only allowed 6 sacks on the year, one of the lowest figures in the NFL.
Tannehill with time, throwing, touchdown!
But like Pittsburgh, they too suffered a major injury last week, losing left tackle Taylor Lewan, so that protection might not be quite as sturdy. Tennessee's D has not performed at the same level as its offense, though, which is why they had to put up 42 points to win last week.
It is caught!
The Titans had been playing the pass pretty well, but then got torched by Deshaun Watson.
Caught for touchdown!
On the flip side, they actually played the run decently.
Can't quite fight his way back.
But that was a first for them, as they were dead last in yards per carry allowed going into that game.
Inside the 10 and out of bounds.
That body of work would seem to invite a heavy dose of James Conner.
Conner driving, and he's across for the touchdown.
Conner now has rushed for 100-plus yards in 3 of his last 4 games, so the Steeler ground game is coming in hot.
Conner slipping through a tackle.
Their passing attack was quiet last week, but that was mostly reflective of how that game went. Ben Roethlisberger still had a plus 100 rating and made the throws he needed to.
End zone bound, wide open is Washington.
Big Ben now has an 11-1 TD to interception ratio, a completion rate close to 70 on the year.
For Claypool, and he makes the grab.
So Pittsburgh doesn't quite have the offense Tennessee does, but the gap between them doesn't appear as wide as the one that exists between the 2 defenses. One team will move on without a loss, the other will taste defeat for the first time. Which is it going to be? The trash talk between fan bases in this one should be heated. Get it all into the comments section and back up the talk with some score predictions. We will do the same.
Penalty there. Smart there. Claypool has it. Claypool cuts outside, across for the touchdown.
Tannehill gonna go for it to the end zone. It's caught. Did he